Okay, today is still Tuesday, October 7th, and I am in hell, San Francisco General Hospital, to follow up on what the police officer, Mr. Winters, told me at the Sheriff's Department, that I could come down here and file my complaints and have the people arrested for the HIPAA violations. I'm also here to speak to the Sheriff's people, about taking me to patient advocacy, and maybe getting some health care, some actual performance, as opposed to being the lap dogs for the Department of Public Health, who are just here to screw you out of your rights because nobody enforces medical law. But let's continue with this charade, so that when I go back to Mr. Winters, I'll have the tape to prove that it was, of course, another dead-end referral, the usual. So here I am, in hell, asking for correct and proper service, which I've never received. They've never explained the HIPAA laws that they keep saying I violate, even though I have the HIPAA law with me here. I mean, it just continues and will continue till the day I die, because these people have no soul, no compassion, no nothing. So, let us continue.
Hi, Ms. Garza. How are you today?
If I could truly believe that you care, I would tell you. I am here to follow up. Sergeant Winters told me to come down here to press criminal charges for the HIPAA violations that I've had. I also need to be taken to patient advocacy so that I can set up an appointment to file multiple complaints against prior violations. I would like to get some health care, but I don't expect to receive anything except you telling me that videotaping isn't allowed by Section 632, which I have with me, and then when I pull it out, you won't show me where you're in,
Unfortunately, because this is a hospital setting, you're not allowed to record due to patient privacy.
Is there a patient here?
Well, you're going to be in the process of walking amongst...
And I'm going to be recording patients? Is that your claim?
You will be recording patients.
I will, even if I have the camera not pointing at them?
You will be recording them.
I will not, so that's not true.
There will be movements in your hand, so you're possibly going to get a slight raise, which you're not
So this is not a public hospital? It's not a public setting?
It is a public
So
setting.
they have an expectation of privacy in a public setting?
In a hospital setting, you're not required...
Quote me the law. Is that HIPAA? I have it right here. Which hospital setting are you talking about? Here's the HIPAA law, sir.
This is a patient care setting.
Please, sir, point it out. This is HIPAA law.
That's
Where?
A patient care setting.
Wonderful, then show me the law.
Okay. It's not my job to show you that, sir.
But it is your job to misinform me about incorrect law interpretation.
No, not necessarily. However, the administrator on duty does not allow you to film.
Would you please have him come out so he can explain to me what I'm doing wrong and quote the law to me?
Well, they've explained to you multiple times. It's not necessary for having them re-explain to you.
Not if you can't point it out in the law. That is not an explanation, sir. That is mere conjecture. It is a supposition. It is an allegation. It is an unproven fact. I have the law. Have him come out and point out the law to me instead of your allegations.
You actually spoke with members of the HIPAA board, which they've explained.
Did I?
To
Who were those members? Please tell me.
You had a meeting with the sheriff, sir.
Oh, and he's a member of the HIPAA board.
No.
I just thought you told me that.
There are other HIPAA members.
There were. Can you tell me who they were?
How can I tell you?
Because I can tell you they weren't there. So you're incorrect again, sir.
So if you're going to continue to disrupt...
You mean by correcting you? When you tell lies?
You're
Yes.
disrupting.
I'm not disrupting. I'm telling you the truth.
Unless you have official business here.
I do have official business. I'm following up on my health care.
You
I'm pressing
orders.
charges. So Mr. Winters told me incorrectly to come down here and press charges for the HIPAA violations.
I'm not Mr. Winters.
So you will not accept my complaint for the HIPAA violations here?
You don't give complaints for HIPAA violations here.
Thank you. This is go on YouTube. I will take this back to Mr. Winters, and we will continue to play this cat and mouse game of nobody following the law correctly and my rights being invaded by the Sheriff's Department, the minions, and the lapdogs for the Department of Public Health. Once again, I've offered you to show me the law so that I can agree with you, and once again I've been refused. So thank you for the further harm, the further inhumanity, the further game playing, and everything else that goes along here. And trust me, this will go on YouTube with all the rest, and I'll be back again next week to continue, because you know what, sir? I'm dead right. But since there is no penalty for you guys breaking the law, and there's obviously no shame, I guess I will continue.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
God
bless, and I'll be back.
All right.
Once again, thank you, folks. So you see, here's the HIPAA law. once again, you know, they're not willing to show anything. They're just willing to state stuff that's incorrect because, you know what, there's no penalty. Nobody enforces medical law. But keep watching, folks, as I'll continue to make videos and continue to show the no shame, the inhumanity, the non-caring. Hey, I'm violating HIPAA law by walking around in a public building seeking public services in a hospital setting where I'm not videotaping anybody else's receipt of their care. Oh, the illusions continue. Well, live, learn, despair. Live, learn, despair. I'm interrupting because I'm correcting him. I'm pulling out the law, but I'm interrupting. You know, you're just never going to win. Wasn't that exactly what the police officer said when, you know, he illegally 5150'd me and brought me to San Francisco General, that the police always win? As a matter of fact, when I went to go complain at OCC about that, look at the OCC videos. I wasn't allowed to go in and make a formal complaint in the public setting and give my evidence and videotape. Are we learning the rig procedure? One hand washes the other. Inhumanity rampant at San Francisco General. Continue to watch as I will continue to film and to show just exactly how nothing matters in this inhumane world. And people tell me, well, you know, Grant, you know, you really, really should try to be happy and not so depressed. Well, when this is happening to me, and I can see how many other people it's happening to because of the rig procedure, you know, this is not a life. Thank you. Keep watching the videos.